What's up, everyone? Champ Bet's back again for another UFC predictions video. This time for UFC Fight Night, Las Vegas. Youssef Zalal versus Aljamain, Funkmaster Sterling. This is a banger matchup. I love this matchup. Very meaningful for the 145 division in the future of how it pans out. So it's a great matchup and high-level fight. So very, very exciting. I love this card top to bottom. I love a lot of spots on this card betting wise too. So we will absolutely get into it. But first, as always, we'll go over what happened last time. How do we perform last time on the Canada card? Malott versus Burns, and it went all right. It went pretty good. Can't be too mad at that. Let's just go through them one by one. In order, if I can remember the order, this might be the first one. John Castaneda versus Mark Vologden. Oh. Pain, because it was right there. I thought he should have won, to be honest, even with the point deduction. I thought he should have won rounds 1, 2, 3. But whatever, I'll take a draw. I'm happy I just didn't lose the bet, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it kind of played out how I thought it would. It's just nut shot enough and hit him after, and it didn't enough to affect the fight. What can I say? Fair play to Castaneda. He tried. It is what it is. What else do I have a bet on? Yeah, Robert Valentine. Oh, no. JJ Aldrich versus Jamie Lynn Horth. I will tell you what. I don't think this fight was as, definitive as people were saying it was. Like, oh, this is, the worst robbery ever. I'm going to be honest. Because when I was watching live, I was like, she's blocking almost all of these. Sure, Jamie Lynn Horth is, throwing a bunch, but most of what she's throwing is kind of nothing, and it's landing on nothing, to be honest. JJ was blocking pretty much everything, if I'm being honest. So I thought rounds 2 and 3 could have went either way, and them going to JJ is not out of this world at all to me. The one judge who gave round 1 to JJ, I think it was a little crazy, because at the end of round 1, Horth landed something pretty good there. Fair play. I'd give her round 1, but rounds 2 and 3, I mean, JJ, I thought was she was in it. I didn't think that was that insane of a decision, to be honest with you. So yeah, blocks matter. They matter. Whoever judged this fight, go back and judge Cater versus Emmett and change that decision to be what it should be, which is Cater to a win, because blocks matter. They stop you from getting hurt. I thought JJ, arguably, I should say, because it was really close. I'm not even gonna act like it wasn't, because it was close, in my opinion. Yeah, I think JJ was able to do enough. But I mean, if I lost this, it wouldn't have been a big deal. So it's not the end of the world. I didn't put too much on this. Next fight I had to bet on. Robert Valentine versus Julian LeBlanc. I should have put more. I should have put more. This LeBlanc guy is bad. Very, very bad. And he just got taken down by Valentine and subbed pretty quickly. What's there to say? Next fight. Oh, I missed this one. Croden versus Daria. I had fight doesn't go and fight ends by KO. The KO was so close for Croden. Not able to get at the last second. If she had 30 more seconds, that fight's probably over, but she didn't, and it went the distance as a result. It is what it is. I didn't put too much on it, but I thought that was the value side, and it was kind of close on both sides. It is what it is. Next fight I had to bet on. Barboza round 1 KO, or just round 1. Just put it for funsies. Quick and easy on Bazooka. Bazooka's hittable. What's there to say? Next fight I had to bet on Gage Young versus Thiago Moises. I don't know how a judge had it for Moises. Crazy. Drugs. Gage Young easily won rounds 2 and 3 by doing more damage. It is what it is. I don't know. What more do you want me to say? Next fight I had to bet on Jasmine Justivicius over Karine Silva. Dicey, I can't lie. It was kind of pretty dicey, but Jasmine did what she needed to do to get the win. Get top position and do what you need to do. Karine is just, I hate how she fights, and she's so willing to play jiu-jitsu, and it doesn't work out very well for her. And the next fight I had to bet on was Jourdain versus Phillips. Jourdain scorecards, no action. I also have a money line bet on this card as well for like a parlay, but besides the point. Yeah, Jordan came close towards the end of the fight, like round 2, 3, but not enough. Kyler stuck it out and was strong, so I got my money back. So successful card. It could have been way better if Castaneda won, but I'm not gonna complain. I'll take my W and move on. So yeah, let's go over the rest of that card just really quickly. If I can pick it up, here we go. So I did all right, 7 of 12, not too bad, not too bad. Siraj versus Giannis. I mean, Siraj looked god awful, god awful in this fight and got destroyed. What's there to say? It's like I didn't want anything to do with betting this fight, and I feel good. I feel good saying that. Okay, talk about this one. Bozer versus Saricom. I had zero confidence in Bozer, but honestly, he was doing all right. Like he didn't make me look like a complete idiot just for picking him. But Saricom looked pretty damn good, so credit to him finding the KO shot. Talk about this one's Nalo versus Jai Herbert. One of the most insane fights of the year, perhaps round of the year, comeback of the year. Like it's gonna those conversations. This is such an insane fight because Nalo had Jai in big trouble, and then Jai finds a shot, and Nalo's not able to come back after that. That was insane. Great fight. Shout out to Jai Herbert. And Mike Malott, Gilbert Burns. I won Mikey. He gets it done pretty quickly. Not pretty quickly. It was in round 3, but Burns retired for a reason. And shout out to Burns, one legend in my opinion. I think Gilbert Burns is an awesome fighter, great dude, and now is the time to retire if you can't even compete with Mike Malott really at all. Mike Malott had control the whole time. It was no big deal. Now, onto this card really quickly. Let's go through these. Julia Palashri versus Talita Alencar. I'll tell you, I have a lot of spots I really like on this card. And I'll tell you what, this is probably the one I like the most. Julia Palashri, I think she's going to smoke Talita Alencar. I think she gets a finish. And if you're wondering why do you think Talita Alencar is going to get finished? I'll tell you a good amount of reasons why. Palashri is bigger than this 5'2" set. She like towered over Lupi. And Lupi's, I think she's 5'1". I'll actually check right now. Let's check right now. Lupita Godinez. Is she 5'1" or is she 5'2"? She's 5'2". But it was more of a difference than like 5'2", 5'3". It's like this is kind of a lie. She's gonna be like way bigger than Alencar than just a 2-inch difference. Not only that, she's a way more physical girl. And something that makes Palashri so good is her clinch game. Talita Alencar, her takedowns are mainly body lock based, meaning if she wants to get a takedown, she's going to go into the clinch. She's going to go right into Julia Palashri's clinch, which is going to absolutely kill her. Why is it going to kill her? Because Julia Palashri's knees in the clinch are disgusting. They're disgusting. And she goes to the body. Like I think this fight reminds me of the Luciano fight, the second one with Alencar, where she's fighting like a much bigger girl, and Palashri is going to make her life hell, especially as the fight extends, because Alencar's cardio is very bad. It's very bad, and these last 2 wins aren't anything crazy. Look, I like Carnelossi. I love Carnelossi. She looked awful in that fight, and she was trying to engage in the grappling at times where she really shouldn't be. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know why she did that. And Demopoulos is just pretty bottom of the barrel, and she's wanting to get grappled anyways. And those are both like pretty smaller girls, except for like Carnelossi's like big in a different way. But you know what I mean when I say that. Palashri on the feet. I mean, this is just night and day. It's not even close. It is not even close. Palashri is going to smoke this girl on the feet, especially if Alencar's cardio runs out. It's over. I promise you. She is not surviving that. And to be fair to Palashri, like, she does play jiu-jitsu off her back. That's the worry. I am scared of that. Don't get me wrong. I am scared of that. But she does do a good job at keeping herself safe. But in her losses, well, the other one's on here, but Jasmine Justavicius and Lupita Godinez, Josephine Knudson. I'll mention her actually after this. Lupita Godinez and Jasmine Justavicius, Not only are they way more physical than Talia Alencar, they're way better wrestlers than Alencar is. Like they're probably better control. So I think Palistri probably does have the ability to get up here. Still have to be careful because Alencar is a really good jiu-jitsu girl. There's no denying that. But I mean, she's old. Palistri is absolute dynamite on the feet. She is so much fun to watch, and that pressure is legitimately going to kill Alencar. I love the props of Palistri finish, ITD, more so probably KO. The late props probably. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's early, if I'm being honest with you. I think like KO is like a really good look on Julia Palistri, and I think she gets it done pretty high fashion. It might be a better live bet. Like maybe she does get taken down early by Alencar, but it's just going to be downhill. It's just going to be downhill. So I like Julia Palistri. I think she's going to absolutely just smoke Alencar because I don't think Alencar is going to get takedowns because she's going to put herself right into Palistri's clinch to even get takedowns. And yeah, and her dropping Carnelosi doesn't say much at all to me. Yeah, there's not much to say about that. So, yep, Julia Palistri gets the job done. Josephine Knutson. I actually want to get to this. I actually do want to mention this. She's fighting this weekend. My beloved. I don't really do this for other cards. She's fighting on Octagon, but this is like my favorite women's MMA fighter. She's made me a lot of money in the past, so I don't care. I'm doing it right now. Josephine Knutson, simply. I can't even say her name. Simply Co. She's minus 750 for a reason. She's gonna smoke this girl. You can parlay her minus 750 because you're gonna see in my bet every time she's on there. Why not? She's gonna smoke this girl. Like this girl is probably gonna try and grapple. I know she got grappled by Pierre Rodriguez, but Pierre Rodriguez is pretty damn good. No shame in that, in my opinion. And her control has honestly improved, even though that's been a problem of hers in the past. But this girl stinks, and I mean she was kind of losing this fight until she doesn't. This girl is not good. Josephine Knutson, my queen. Just want to get that out there. Anyways, but yeah, they both these two fought each other, and I had a huge bet on Josephine Knutson in that fight. It brings back good memories. Max Griffin versus Victor Valenzuela. I've not looked into this one at all. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna go Griffin, just off. I don't even want to say it. Like, just off of what am I thinking? Like veteranship, like not veteranship, like experience. Experience is what I'm trying to say. But I'll be honest, Max Griffin's been looking like dreadful as of late. So I don't even know. But this Victor Valenzuela guy, I'm not. What is there to be impressed by? I know he did all right against Michael Oliveira, who's a pretty damn good prospect, and he just KO'd Japanese Conor McGregor, Kinoshita, but I mean, I'm not impressed from what I've seen, but I wouldn't be surprised if you don't even need to impress me to beat Max Griffin at this point. Throw away. I want nothing to do with this fight. Bye-bye. I want nothing to do with this. Pass. I might switch my pick on this, but there's no way I'm betting anything on this. Francis Marshall versus Lucas Brennan. I was going to make this video earlier, and then I see this fight made. It's like, oh, I gotta. It's my guy, Francis Marshall. He's right back. I love this guy to death. If you've been watching me, if you watch my breakdown on 303 with Francis Marshall versus Myron Santos, I'm still angry about that robbery, by the way. And you see me talk about his last fight with Eric Silva. I had a huge bet on him there, and I'm probably going to run it back with Francis Marshall, man. This guy's tough. I think go decision. Francis Marshall has done this before where he's come in on short notice and get a win. This should not have been the split. This split was crazy. He's done it before. I trust him at ATT to be able to be fine and always stay in shape. This Lucas Brennan guy, I didn't really know of too well. And then I looked up some tape of him, and oh man, this is Mauricio Gomez. This was bad. Looking at this fight is bad. This guy's not good. Francis Marshall is very good. I don't know who his manager is, but I think his manager is probably doing a pretty good job giving him a free win, because I think this guy probably stinks. I think you could probably get away with like a -3.5 Francis Marshall. You can probably parlay him at -600, which is probably what I'm going to do. Like put him with Josephine Knutson or something like that. I don't know. I probably need to look into this one just a little more before I pull a trigger, but he really should get this job done. Like he's such a good fighter, man. Francis Marshall. He's good everywhere. Good on the feet, good on the ground, good gas tank. Got the ATT water, man. He's cooking, man. Francis Marshall, real good dude. Real good fighter. I love him. He's the man. And this card has so many good, like, it's got Julia Palistri, Francis Marshall. They got all my people. Dumas. Like, I mean, these are my people. I love this card. Jafel Fieho versus Cody Durden. Someone who's not been one of my people, but honestly has grown on me, and I think I like them a lot now. I've become more of a fan. Jafel Fieho. I never really thought much of him. And like, honestly, I have been convinced by how he's been performing, because he's honestly really freaking good. His jiu-jitsu is just nasty, man. And against a guy in Cody Durden who's coming in on short notice, I just expect Fieho to get this fight on the ground, do his thing. I mean, the line is probably pretty wide, to be honest. I don't really know what you can do with it. You could probably parlay it, but like, it could be dicey. Like, you probably want Fieho to get the job done early in the fight, like a 1-2. Maybe that's the way to bet it, but it's probably going to be disgusting odds. Like, what am I saying? But he probably get the job done, because like Durden just goes into subs, and if he's in one, it's probably over with a guy like Fieho. He's just too good to deny from that sort of position to be put in. So I think Fieho gets a sub here. No surprise. Myra Bueno Silva versus Michelle Montague. I'm talking about people I love. Now I'm talking about someone I hate. I think MBS is awful. Give me Montague to get the job done. I will say this is interesting, because I don't really know the timelines of how long Montague's been at ATT, but obviously MBS has been at ATT like a while. So I'm assuming they probably trained with one another, which gives me a little pause. But then it's like, it's MBS. She's bad. I mean, maybe she might be better than her on the feet, to be honest, because Montague on the feet is pretty dreadful. But I just can't help but think Montague just forces a takedown, and then MBS plays off her back, as she always does. And I mean, Montague's probably a better grappler than Jasmine Jasavicius, and Jasmine was just fine at all times. Like, MBS is just not serious anymore. Bouncing between weight classes, doing OnlyFans now, and this, you see the OnlyFans pic, it is wild dominatrix type stuff. Oh my god, what the hell did I just see? Who showed me this? How did you obtain this? Yeah, that's crazy. Montague, I think she gets on the ground. I think she stays on top, does some damage. MBS is tough, just throws up arm bars, stuff like that. Don't end up working, and Montague wins. She's probably a parlay piece, honestly. I think Montague probably gets the job done at a pretty high clip. But I mean, I will say, maybe be a little wary of it, because training partner pass, that can be like that stuff can always be like a little hairy. Cedricus Dumas versus Jackson McVeigh. Give me Dumas, man. This McVeigh guy stinks, man. He's so bad. K or sub? I'll go sub. This guy likes to get subbed. Dumas has proven that he can get wins on the UFC level. Beating Abu Zaitar, it was close. I get it. Beating, what was his name? Cody Brundage. It's an all right win. And beating Dennis Tululin, who's an all right win as well. I think all those guys are. I mean, maybe not Abu. Abu's like pretty freaking bottom of the barrel. But the other two, they're better than Jackson McVeigh, in my opinion. Even if Cody Durden was short notice or what. I don't think Jackson McVeigh got paced by Zach Reese on short notice. That is such an indictment on him. Dumas isn't as bad as people say he is. He was doing all right against Zach Reese on the feet. Like, he's not bad, man. Dante Johnson, short notice. I mean, he was doing pretty good early and then quit. I mean, that's the thing that worries me about Dumas. Like, he does have a little bit of quit on him. But I mean, now is the time. Like, back is against the wall. It's time to get a win now. Cedricus Dumas, and I think he will. I have bet money on this guy, and I'm willing to ride with it. I didn't put too much because we're seeing where the line goes, because I'm willing to put a little more on it if the line keeps going to McVeigh, because this McVeigh guy, oh man, like, what is he good at? He's not good at striking. haven't seen any proof of his cardio being any sort of good. His grappling is god awful. Like, why can't Cedric Dumas just go in and just take this guy down and hold him down? I don't see why he couldn't. He's still pretty young in his career, and like, he's very green. So is McVeigh. But he's had more experience after being in the UFC for as long as he has been. McVeigh's like relatively new still. Like, I know he's training at the MMA lab, which is a good move for McVeigh, but I don't think he's going to make those developments in time to be ready to beat Dumas. Damien Cedric Dumas, I think he gets the job done here, and I think he wrestles to a victory and finds a sub on McVeigh. He's just very subbable. Rodolfo Vieira versus Eric McConaughey. Give me Eric McConaughey. I think these picks are crazy. Vieira is just so whatever. The Gore fight was crazy because not this one. The Gore fight was crazy because Gore should have easily won that if he threw anything. He didn't throw anything. He stopped everything easily, and if he threw something, he wins that fight pretty easily. That's just the truth. I think McConaughey can stop the takedowns because the takedowns aren't anything special from Rodolfo. You just gotta jab, and that's about it. McConaughey is just meat and potatoes, boring, nothing crazy, nothing special. But honestly, I think that's all you need to beat Rodolfo Vieira at this point. Rodolfo is just going to be like just jabbing and try. I mean, if he gets it on the ground, okay, like is dangerous. It's very dangerous because Rodolfo Vieira is no joke on the ground, jiu-jitsu wise. But I think fight just stays on the feet, and as a result, McConaughey's live. McConaughey's chin stinks. It's really bad, so I wouldn't be shocked if Rodolfo just chins him. At the same time, I just don't really see it because I don't really. When has he been really chinning people? It's not really happening. Yeah, I like McConaughey. I think he gets a job done. If I were to bet this fight, I like the idea of something like decision only, where it's like you bet decision and it voids if there's a finish. Like DraftKings has those, and I think that's like a really good look to play on this fight because, I mean, if this fight goes to decision, Rodolfo is not covering his number, and I think McConaughey is very, very live to win that decision. So, yeah, give me McConaughey to get the upset here. I'll be looking to, if that number is plus money, I'll definitely be looking to put something on McConaughey, 100%. This fight, Marcus Buchecha versus Ryan Spann. I want nothing to do with this fight. I don't know why anyone wants anything to do with this fight. This fight is just, I'll go Buchecha by sub round 1. But like, I genuinely would not be surprised whatever happens here. Whatever be like a Spann KO or something like that. Even though Buchecha's like pretty tough and doesn't really get KO'd. A Buchecha sub, of course. I mean, I probably wouldn't expect a Spann sub. That'd be kind of surprising. But decision from either guy, I don't really know what's going to happen. But I think Buchecha finds a way to get this fight to the ground. This Spann is so bad. Although Spann trains with Fortis MMA with Kennedy and Chukwu, who just went to a draw with Marcus Buchecha and maybe gives him some advice. I don't know. I want nothing to do with this fight. Pass. No thanks. Montel Jackson versus Raoni Barcelos. I like Montel Jackson here, and I think it's a finish. I like the KO for Montel Jackson. Montel's freaking nasty when he throws. That's the key thing. He has to throw. I'll tell you what, though. That Davidson Figueiredo fight, I thought he won that, and he basically did nothing. And I think Figgy's just the kind of guy who just doesn't really get into fights anymore. It feels like that to me, and I think as a result, Montel's a little more hesitant. I think him banging out the apex is just going to help Montel, to be honest. I think that's probably good. Less room for Raoni to move and stuff like that. And Raoni's like so old now. I do think he is chinny, and he can get chinned at any time. And Montel literally has hands the size of like Francis Ngannou size hands. So you cannot get touched by those because it's dangerous. I mean, I think Montel keep this fight on the feet. I mean, I like the idea of Montel Jackson finish only, to be honest. Like that, I think that's interesting because I don't really see where Barcelos gets a finish, like a sub, I guess. But I don't even think this hits the ground because Montel Jackson is pretty damn good at like keeping himself up. He's like a good wrestler. Yeah. This is a good look. Yeah, give me Montel Jackson. I think he finds a finish on Raoni Barcelos. I like him by KO. And I'll probably be looking to bet that KO, honestly. And maybe the finish only. Davy Grant versus Adrian Luna Martinetti. I'm in on this one. Give me Davy Grant by around 2 KO. Davy Grant is still really good. Losing to Charles Jourdain is no shame to me. This Martinetti guy's bad. I don't think he's UFC level. He beat Vologden. What am I supposed to take off of that? I don't know. Like, this makes me a little more hesitant than the Castaneda one, because Castaneda is younger than Davy Grant, who's like really old. But I think he's still fine for what he is for his age, right? I'm not like that worried, but because of that, I'm not going to be going super crazy and like betting as much as I did on Castaneda on Davy Grant. But Davy he's better than this guy. Like, Davy Grant is going to hit way harder than Vologden did. He's going to have way better cardio than Vologden did. I mean, maybe I'm worried about Martinetti sub, which I guess it's live. But I think Davy Grant, even at this point, just better than he was like way earlier in his career, where he was getting subbed as much as he was. If Martinetti tries to get into a brawl like he did with Vologden, I think he's getting slept. And that low-key might just be happening here. Davy Grant is nice, man. He's still really good. I like him to win this fight. I think as this fight goes on, it's going to be Davy Grant's still going to be there, still throwing bombs, still landing. I think it gets him out of there. Give me Davy Grant to get the win. Rafa Garcia versus Alexander Hernandez. I can't lie. As I've been thinking about this fight as this week has gone on, I'm just thinking, look, I'm going Hernandez. But man, Rafa is probably live to win this. Like, this is going to be really close. I want nothing to do with it. Hernandez, I think, is going to be landing the bigger shots. But Rafa's going to be there to take them. And I do worry somewhat about Hernandez's cardio woes of the past coming back here and maybe like interfering again. I mean, I think Hernandez's win against CDF CDF was way better than Rafa Garcia, but he's kind of glass at this point if you do land on him right. And I mean, Rafa, he can take shots on the feet very well. It's not like Grant Dawson where you get very good top position, land big shots. Like, Hernandez is not that kind of guy. But I think he's going to be able to land the better shots. I think Rafa is just so basic in what he does, and I don't think it's going to be enough. But I mean, if the cardio woes of Hernandez show up again, could be very dicey. So I want nothing to do with this fight as of right now. Maybe if the line keeps going crazy and like Rafa's like a big favorite and Hernandez is like a dog, is like, okay, I can plug my nose and maybe get into playing it. But I really just can't do it at this line. Just no thanks. Although, I mean, it is getting there. Minus 135. Like, a lot of money's coming to Rafa. I don't think where the line's at now is like wrong. Minus 135 plus 110. That makes sense. Norma Dumont versus Jocelyn Edwards. Give me Dumont to get the job done against Jocelyn, who I just never been high on at all. I don't think very much of. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, give me Norma Dumont to get a win via, if my computer will work. It's struggling. To win by decision. If please. It's dying. Come on. Work. But I like Dumont to win by decision. Now let me tell you why I like her to win by decision. Because Jocelyn Edwards, who has Jocelyn Edwards been beating? Who has Jocelyn Edwards been beating? Let's look. Since her last loss against Eileen Perez. Tamiris Vidal. Awful. She is god awful. She just got KO'd by my girl, Victoria, at KSW. And just got destroyed in that fight against someone in the regional scene. There was no value in this win. Chelsea Chandler. I love Chelsea Chandler. I love her. I hope she wins her next fight. I think she probably could. But she's bad. Like, I'm just going to be honest. In comparison to Norma Dumont, I mean, you saw what Norma Dumont did to her. Just easily won that fight. But I mean, she finished her. I mean, it is what it is. Priscilla Cachoeira. She's not bottom of the barrel, but she's kind of close to it. Priscilla just, if she's on the feet, nothing else. She's a punching bag. It is what it is. She was due to get KO'd anytime. And then Nora Cornole, who, this was a rematch where Edwards arguably won that first fight. Now in the rematch, Nora Cornole is cooking Edwards, out footworking her, and winning And then Edwards in round 2 gets a takedown, lands on the arm of Nor Cornole. It's like the arm or the shoulder, and the arm is just dead. And that's the fight. And that's like the first time of adversity that Edwards has faced in a while, and it was not looking good. And like, sure, that takedown she did cause the break, but you know that stuff doesn't usually happen, right? So I'm not putting too much stock into that, and I just think she's the same girl as she was. I don't think she's that. This is a massive step up to all 4 of these girls. Massive step up. Norma, I think this fight can be very similar to the Renee Aldana fight for Norma Dumont, where Norma is going to be using footwork and Edwards is going to try to move in and just getting jab, punch. Except in this fight, Edwards going to push a little more like takedowns on her. But I don't think that's really going to work because Norma is a pretty big girl at this weight class. And I think Norma can find a ways to stop the takedown, keep using footwork, and kind of run around Jocelyn Edwards all she wants and get the decision. So I have a little bet on Norma Dumont at better odds, but I will not lie. At these odds, I kind of just want nothing to do with this fight because I think this is a little nasty for just my expectation of Norma's win condition to be decision equity. And I don't think it's like the highest thing ever. But I do think she gets the job done. I had her parlayed with Jourdain. So hey, shout out to Charles Jourdain for that. Do I? No. Chelsea Hackett, actually. Jourdain is with the main event. I'll talk about the main event soon. But yeah, I think Norma Dumont wins a similar style fight to the Aldana one, except there's probably just not as big of a cut this time. So yeah, give me Norma Dumont to get the job done. Aljamain Sterling versus Youssef Zalal. Love me some Youssef Zalal, as you'll see from my breakdown, because I think he's going to do what he wants to Aljamain Sterling here in this fight, and I love him in this spot. This is my second favorite spot of the card besides Julia Palistri, if my computer wanted to work. But yeah, I think Zalal, I'll go decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a finish. I'll tell you why. Aljamain Sterling's cardio, even at 145 since he moved up, is problematic. Oh no. Just making sure that my computer just, okay. Phew. Yeah, his cardio is problematic. And Brian Ortega, who like pretty much like died on this scale, was pushing him in rounds 4 and 5, and Aljo's kind of falling off a cliff. That's just bad. Like that, and Ortega really wasn't doing much. He's just existing in those rounds. He arguably could have won the 5th round. Crazy. I'll tell you what. I hear a lot of people why they like Aljo in this fight is because of this fight, the Movsar Evloev fight. He had a 50-50 grappling match in Movsar Evloev, and it's true, he did. But let's put some context into that. Rounds 2 and rounds 3. How did he get those takedowns at the beginning of the rounds? Both were because, and I'll give credit to Aljo. In round 1, he got a really good takedown to get the round, by all means. But rounds 2 and 3, to begin those rounds, Movsar Evloev, I know this because I had money on Movsar Evloev by KO, and I was extremely frustrated because he fought stupid on the feet. Because I had money on him to win by KO because I thought he'd KO Aljamain Sterling on the feet. He threw stupid stuff on the feet that just, Aljo's like, okay, give me those takedowns, free takedown. Like a spinning back fist is just falling over with Aljo like getting on top in round 3. Round 2 is just completely out of position and gets taken down. And Aljo's on top. And he's just like, okay, I'm not going to do damage. I'm on top. I'm winning. Like Movsar Evloev's able to get out of those positions because Movsar's really good at doing that, of course. Like there's no shame in that. But I'm just saying, like, Youssef Zalal is never at any point going to give Aljo any free takedowns. They're all going to be hell to get, and he's going to use his cardio to get them. And something else about Aljo, he doesn't really do too much damage. That's just the truth. Unless he can get the backpack, which he is a really good backpacker. But if he, and I know Zalal's really slick on the ground. All sorts of really good submissions. So I'm not really expecting Aljo to get subbed here. I know Zalal said he would like to take Aljo's never been subbed before and be the guy to sub him. But I'm not expecting it. But he's a really good submission guy. I don't expect him to be a sub. He's really slick on the ground. I think he's got really good not transitions, but scrambles on the ground. I think he can just find a way to maneuver on the ground and make Aljo's life hell where he's being forced to work. And if he's being forced to work, Zalal's cardio is really good. He's meant for 5-round fights. He's going to do really well in 5-round fights. He's the much younger guy. Trajectory rise, he's the one going up. Aljamain Sterling's the one going down. Aljamain Sterling, I don't think cares as much about this as Youssef Zalal does, because Aljo, he's fine. He's already been at the top. Yes, he has his whole alcohol brand, Funk Harbor. Shout out to Aljo. No shame in the hustle, but I mean, if you're asking me who's going to want it more, it's going to be Youssef Zalal, who wants to get to the top. Youssef Zalal is the natural 145er who, when he joined the UFC, was really young. Now he's fully grown into his body. Youssef Zalal, man, he is the freaking goods. This guy absolutely can become champion. This guy is the goods, man. I think he's going to show it here. I have a big bet on Youssef Zalal, and I also have a pretty big bet on Youssef Zalal. Finish only void if it goes a distance, because he's the only one with finishing equity here. Because in around the late rounds, Youssef Zalal can absolutely get a finish here. I do think that's live, maybe even early, but more so the late rounds. Like, I think the idea of like 4 or 5 decisions, Zalal is probably a good look. On the feet, I love this fight for Zalal because the footwork. The footwork is going to make Aljo's life hell, because there will be no takedowns that are free. He's going to have to time them well. He's never really necessarily been great at doing that. And Zalal is just footwork. He's so fast. He's not going to be giving Aljo anything free. And he's going to be popping and jabbing, getting out. Popping and jabbing, getting out. Boom, step in, knee, get out. Youssef Zalal is just so good at that. It's just, man, Zalal is just so much fun to watch if you just love watching some good old technical MMA. He is so good. And he does pack some power in that knee. I like Youssef Zalal. I think he gets the job done. I like him a lot here. So yeah, let's go through each of these picks, and as well as like the more significant strikes and more takedowns looks I like. And I'll go over my bets again, like what I like on this card. Palistri, more 6 strikes easily. More takedowns, probably Alan Carr. I don't see why Palistri would going for any takedowns here. Don't ask me on this one. Pass. Francis Marshall, Lucas Brennan. Francis Marshall, 6 strikes, more takedowns. He's just a much better fighter, in my opinion, from what I've seen from Lucas Brennan. Fieldholm, more takedowns. I think Durden, more 6 strikes, can absolutely be live. Like, he can land like a few punches early and then take it down sub. So I'll say Durden, but not super confident in that. MBS, Montague, more takedowns. I don't see. I mean, MBS, I guess, could go for takedowns here. 6 strikes, I go Montague because I think she'll posture on top and land some more. But if MBS just fights on the feet, I mean, it could definitely be her. So be wary about that one. Dumas, McVeigh, Dumas, more takedowns. I'll go Dumas, more 6 strikes. But more takedowns, I like more. Rodolfo Vieira, Eric McConico. I'll go McConico, more 6 strikes. It's because Rodolfo is kind of just jab-based. And if McConico is doing a little more than just jabbing, it's very live to out 6 strike. And more takedowns, Vieira. Why the hell would McConico go for literally any takedowns here? He'd be dumb if he would. Buchecha, Span. Buchecha, more takedowns. I mean, Span might just pull a guillotine, and that's a takedown for Buchecha. More 6. I don't even know. I'll go Buchecha because I think he can be on top and land some and then sub. I don't know. Montel Jackson, Barcelo. This one's interesting. I don't know about takedowns. Who the hell would even go for takedowns here? I don't think either's going to get takedown. I don't know. More 6 strikes, I'll go Montel, but Barcelo was just more busy. I wouldn't be surprised if Barcelos lands more and then just gets put out. That one, I don't feel I have a good opinion on either one. Davey Grant Martinetti. 6 strikes is interesting because Martinetti can be high volume, but I think Davey Grant's going to land the better shots. I don't know. But Martinetti's super hittable too. I'll go Davey Grant, but I'm not ultra confident in that. More takedowns, Martinetti. I mean, Davey Grant, I don't think would be going. Why would he go for takedowns here? Rafa Garcia, Alexander Hernandez. I'll go because Rafa Garcia does have all right volume. I mean, this is another one. I don't know the approach that either is going to take. Like, I guess either could get takedowns here. I guess I lean Hernandez, but I don't think. Why would he do that? I don't know. I want nothing to do with that one. Dumont, Edwards, more takedowns. I think she's gonna be only one really going for it here. Then more 6 strikes. I'll go Dumont. Pop that jab and stuff. Move out of the way, over and over. And Zalal Sterling, Zalal more 6 strikes. I think I feel really good about that. We're just going to not be out of range and just pop, get out. And have more takedowns. Interesting, because I wouldn't be surprised if Zalal does go for some takedowns here. So I'll still go with Aljo because that's going to be more of his path to victory. But Zalal more takedowns wouldn't necessarily be like the biggest shock in the world. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. You can check out my picks and bets on Bet MMA Tips Champ Bets. In terms of like bets on this card, I'm looking at, I like Francis Marshall. I like Julia Palistri. Something like the spread, or maybe not the spread, but like the KO for the Palistri fight. The spread for the Marshall fight, I think will be interesting. I like Davy Grant money line. I think Dumas money line, especially if it keeps going as it is. Julia Palistri live might be interesting as well. Maybe Dumont live. Like, I'm not crazy about this line right now for her. McConico decision only. I'm definitely gonna look at. Montague, maybe I'm using as a parlay piece, mayhaps. Maybe 1-2 field hole, but I'm not crazy about that. I imagine the price on that is going to be disgusting. Depends on Hernandez if he becomes an underdog, but I kind of doubt he does. So no thanks. Palistri late. I mean, I just keep saying Palistri. I mean, I just love her in this spot so much. Yeah, I think that's about that. And Youssef Zalal. I should have said Youssef Zalal. I like him a lot. And I like Youssef Zalal finish only, void if he goes a distance, because, man, if he's the only guy finishing in this fight, it's not going to be Aljamain Sterling. It's not going to be him. Youssef Zalal is too slick on the ground to get sub at any point. So, yep. Thanks so much for watching. You can check out my picks at Bet MMA Tips Champ Bets. And, yeah, hope you have a great one. Enjoy. Let's have a great one. Peace. Bye.